let's put him down, lay him down, and we'll move up. Nick, Bean, and Dollywall will grab him. But let's put him on the ground, stomach, arms out. Bean and Nick, when we're moving up, I'll cover the cab. There's a passenger, Just keep your hands up, buddy. Just keep your hands up.
Dollywall, watch the cab.
I got the cab. Around me, go around back. Yep. I got the cab. Around me, go around back. Yep. Just keep your hands up.
Don't move, bud, okay?
I'm good.
Do not move.
I'm good.
Drop cigarette.
You guys can, you'll explain to me what's going on?
Yes, sir. Is your name Mark?
Yes, it is.
He's detained. Mark is detained. Mark, do you have any weapons on you, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
Rolling my way?
Yeah.
Just gotta check you, okay, Mark?
I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
Rolling that way.
Yeah.
You gotta check that side?
Yeah.
good. Here's my wallet in that pocket.
Just the wallet.
Alright. You're gonna turn towards me and sit on your thumb, alright? Alright. So go ahead and bend this knee in. There you go. Okay.
Are you Mark?
Yes, sir. I am.
Okay, I'm the sergeant. Did you say you asked to speak with me?
Well, I was asking a few questions. First of all, I'm trying to understand what exactly is going on.
Okay. Before we get going here, I do got to let you know I am equipped with the body-worn camera. It records both audio and video. Okay. Have you been read your Miranda rights yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, let me make sure I get those read to you so that I'm trying to answer all the questions you have. But because you're in handcuffs and because you're in the back of a police car, I do want you to know what your rights are too.
You haven't done anything for me to have my rights.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right at this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish. And you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand each of those rights that I just read to you? Okay. Yeah, having those rights in mind, the reason why you're in handcuffs right now is because we received a call from an agency in Colorado. You know, is it Washington County or is it?
La Plata County, maybe?
Okay. And what had happened is they had got information that you were potentially up here, and they said that they had a warrant for murder second for you.
I have no clue what that's regarding.
I'm sorry?
I have no idea what that's about.
Okay. It is in the system. And that's why, obviously, we try to approach it as safely as we could because we don't want you to get hurt and we don't want us to get hurt. We all want to go home to our families and stuff like that.
I understand.
So I appreciate, from the sergeant perspective, I appreciate your cooperation in that. I was the one giving you the verbal warnings over the PA as we got going here. So
it's a little difficult to get out of the truck like in that situation.
yeah, well, it's like,
I had
and I'm looking at you going, holy crap, this guy's got a semi pointed right at me, and I don't know you from Adam, and all they're telling me is that they got a murder warrant for you.
I have no problem with you.
Okay, so no, I have no problem with what you did. I appreciate how cooperative you were with us. So
Yeah, I have no reason not to.
okay, so here's where we're at right now. Colorado has confirmed that that warrant is good. Okay, which means that we don't have a choice, that you're gonna have to go down to the Whatcom County Jail and get booked in until that gets sorted out.
Well, and my question to the other officer was,
Sure.
When was this issued?
I do not know the answer to
He
that.
said something to me about bond jumping or something like that. I have no clue what this is about.
Okay. I don't know when it was issued. I know it's an active warrant, and that's how the call came into us, is that they're saying that that this warrant's in the system and that they had information that you were potentially in this area working on in your trucking job. So.
Now, my phone is in the truck.
Okay.
And obviously, I'd like to be able to make a phone call.
Yeah,
if that's possible.
and here's the thing. I want to accommodate that if I can. I got one of my officers right now making calls to Colorado, and because of the nature and the investigation, I don't know if Colorado wants us to hold the truck for anything. I don't know if it's related to the case. I don't know anything about anything. So what I have my officer doing is calling and basically saying, hey, we contacted Mark. He's fine. He's safe. He was in this big truck. Do you guys need this big truck as part of your investigation for any reason? If they say no, that the truck is good to be released, then I'm happy to, with your permission, go in there and grab that phone so you have that available to you.
Obviously, being a truck driver, I don't go home every night. There's
Obviously.
things in the truck that I'd like to keep in my possession or with me
Yeah.
if possible.
I'm not just going to leave it here either. So if they say that they don't want it held, we'll work on getting property or what. I think that the company itself was going to try and work on getting a secondary driver to the scene here.
Yeah,
If the agency says yes, that we have reason that we want to search that truck or whatever, then it's going to have to go for a search warrant, and that's again that's beyond my control based on the nature of
I can't
the Colorado
control. It's out of my
investigation.
control. I have
So,
no control over that.
okay, does that help answer that question at all?
Well, I mean, my concern right now is the ability to communicate with people and let them know what's going on.
Like an attorney or anything like that?
My attorney for one, and my girlfriend for another.
Okay. You will get the opportunity to make those calls once you get down to the jail, and I'll try and get that rolling as soon as we can. Okay, well, now we're just putting together once we get everything safe, now we're working on just getting the fine points of what we need to be doing on our end, and then we'll get you where you need to go, so you can start working on that.
There's things in the truck that I'd like to keep in my possession or keep with me. I mean, I've got my checkbook and
Like
things like that.
a small amount of items. Okay, be formulating a list.
I mean, I could get what I want out of the truck I need.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a refrigerator, but I'm not worried
Well,
about
just be thinking about the things that you absolutely need, and if they say they don't need it, I'm happy to put together a small bag of stuff that you can need. You can go down and get booked into the jail with you, so it's available to you when you get released or when you get moved or what. So.
Any idea how long we might expect that process to take?
The question I have for you is Colorado said that they gave us a flag, and the reason why we were trying to keep it so safe is that potentially there's a handgun in the truck. No, okay. Okay. I noticed the bullet casing headband here. That's just a decoration.
Yeah,
no other weapon, no firearms in the
for
truck at all.
personnel.
You're former military.
I'm not. Well, it was purchased for me.
Oh, was it? Okay. But no firearms in the truck.
Firearms in the
Okay. All right. So let me work on shoring up those little loose ends of the investigation now, and I'll come back and I'll let you know what I find out. All right, man. Thanks.
Inquiring on what's occurring.
Yeah. Are you Ricardo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's Mark with you?
Yes.
Okay. Mark's got a murder warrant out of Colorado. Okay.
Oh, shit.
And so we got information that he was here and that he was potentially armed with a handgun, which is why we brought you out so carefully that we did. Okay. We understand that you were with him. You're a student driver with him. Okay. And so we didn't want you to be put in a position of being, a hostage or anything. We don't know this dude. We don't know what his story is. All we have is an agency in Colorado saying he's wanted for murder. Okay. And is potentially armed with a handgun. Okay. So I hope you understand why we approached the stop safely and stuff like that. And I don't need a need to keep you in handcuffs any longer than necessary. Okay. Have you seen a handgun in the truck? Or?
No, I haven't.
Okay. As long as I can pat you down, make sure you don't have a handgun, I'll get you out of those cuffs, and we'll try and figure out what the next step is about what we need to do.
He's a good dude. I know that something happened with his son. So
yeah, and I don't know the whole story. I saw a little bit on Google or whatever, and it sounded like a kind of a long and involved thing, but that kind of has come full circle, and Colorado's saying, we want to talk to this dude because we think he might have killed this kid. So, all right.
That's crazy because he's gonna go look for him. After, when he gets some time off.
Okay. Has he mentioned anything about the troubles in Colorado or anything to you as you guys were driving and passing passing miles in time
He's talking about, they're gonna go do a search party for,
for him
for
or
his
for
son.
his son? Oh, okay, okay,
So, I know, he didn't do nothing like that.
okay. All right. So let me just pat you down real quick. Make sure you don't have any weapons. I'll get you out of those handcuffs. I will ask that you kind of hang out while